Hey YouTube, what's going on? Dannydecks here. So, hope you guys all had a wonderful new year, and I also hope that you're having a great start to your new year. Today we're going to be playing the Zilean Ekko deck. I'm calling it High Roller. I did not create this deck. The credit will be given in my description below, along with a link to the Reddit post that the creator had made with specific matchups and some in-depth analysis on the deck. That being said, let's get into what the deck is all about.
There is nowhere left to go but up.
Now, this is going to be a bit of a longer deck tech because this deck is somewhat complicated and requires you to play a very specific way, and oftentimes is counterintuitive. If you feel comfortable playing the deck, feel free to skip ahead to the gameplay footage. Like and subscribe, shameless plug. And with that being said, let's get into the cards. So we got 3 copies of Feral Presence. This basically predicts. Ancient Prep predicts, summons a unit. Drop Border, you never ever want this in your opening hand. You never want to draw this card. You only want to get this card from predicts, so whenever possible you need to avoid like the potential of drawing this card. Fallen Feline, it summons the Hexite Crystal, and if you've predicted and see this in a predict, you auto draw it. This card is very powerful, can close out games in specific matchups. This card is basically auto win. Scrying Sands, a combat trick with predict attached to it. A lot of times you're just going to play this just to get the predict. Chronomancer, a body that predicts, very good. Mystic Shot is just strong. It can give you extra reach. It can give you removal. Pretty versatile card, pretty powerful card. Ruinous Path, this card is actually pretty interesting in here. So it deals additional 2 damage if you've slain a unit, and it draws a card. You can actually predict and then play Ruinous Path, which will just draw you the card you predicted. Oftentimes that's a good way to do it. You can use it to just drain, heal yourself, you can deal more damage. Overall, pretty solid card in the deck. We're only running 2 of, though. 3 copies of Absolver, so this is where the combo really starts to pick up. So Absolver is part of our win condition. Basically, you level up a champion, you get Absolver, give them a buff, get the other piece, get Overwhelm, you know, Absolver. Time Trick predicts and draws. This card is pretty useful. I often don't really want it in the early game. I'd rather have it when I have Chrono Breaks in my deck, or I'm looking to draw a specific card for the win, because unlike the other predicts, you actually get the card right away. So having this when you need to get a card is better than just using it as a predict. However, you can just use it as a predict. 3 copies of Zilean. Zilean's the other champion in this deck. Oftentimes you are, or most of the time actually, you're playing him as a 2 mana predict card. He's a body, which makes him great. You want bodies on the board. Occasionally Time Bombs are relevant in some matchups. Time Bombs give you draw, sure, but you're not really playing for the Zilean. You're not really playing for the Time Bombs. It does become relevant occasionally, and Zilean very rarely will level up and get you generate you massive value, but ultimately he's just a 2-drop that predicts. This is where my list variates from the original creators. So he runs 2-station archivists, or at least he did when I looked it up. I'm not sure if he still does. And this card is great. I find it more useful later in the game when you have Chrono Breaks and you don't really want to draw this along the way to Chrono Breaks. It is a fearsome blocker, so that's to be noted. But I switched this one out. I switched out 1 copy of this for 1 Augmented Experimenter. I found oftentimes as the game drags on, my hand would empty, and top decking an Experimenter felt better than top decking an Archivist, especially if your board's clear. So I'm not positive if my choice to switch is correct. I've seen variations where they're using pretty much my exact list, and variations where they're not. So, you know, grain of salt, you can take whichever option you want, but I chose to go with this. I found it pretty successful. 4 copies of Ekko. Ekko is a champion. When you predict 4 times, Ekko levels up and he turns into Super Ekko. Super Ekko, when he attacks, he gives you, or when he strikes, he has to actually hit, so attack doesn't work, has to land the attack. When he strikes, creates a fleeting time trick that costs 0. Very awesome. You basically get to draw a card for free after predicting, which means you oftentimes draw cards you want. More importantly, though, Ekko gives you a Chrono Break. So when you level up Ekko, you get 3 Chrono Breaks in your deck. It revives all allies that died this round, and then you rally. So the idea is, you attack with a wide board, your shit dies, their shit dies, play Chrono Break, get your whole board back, and you get to go again. And if you have Ekko still alive, which pretty rare, you don't often get to attack with Ekko multiple times. Nonetheless, you can get 2-3 chrono breaks. You could just predict and chrono break, and just close out a game. Voice of the Risen, this is the real star of the deck. When you've leveled up a champion, allies have +2/+0. So your very small, dinky board turns into a actual threat. Voice of the Risen, very solid card. It's part of our combo. And then, as I mentioned, Augmented Experimenter is just here to draw some cards when you've run out of steam. Can definitely remove this for all kinds of stuff. Some people run Quicksand. Quicksand to, I guess, eliminates Overwhelm from any Overwhelm Pantheon shenanigans going around. Or just anything, elusives, whatever. But either way, this is a tech card. Original list runs 2 Archivists, and this card can be anything. With that being said, I would like to explain the play patterns of the deck as well as some bad matchups. So we'll go over the bad matchups first. Pretty straightforward, actually. Darkness, they just have a ton of removal. You can never really get to them. They have a ton of healing later on, so if the game drags out, you pretty much just lose. You can beat Darkness. You need to really get your timing push on point. But really, Darkness is a pretty bad matchup. You do beat them occasionally, but I wouldn't count on it being often. Bandletree is an interesting bad matchup because they do put you on a very real clock. The Bandletree is getting to 10 faster and faster these days, especially as they introduce more cards. They also have a wide board as well, so even though you're going to be able to potentially effectively trade down their board, if you take any damage on key units, then they'll be able to flock them if you start to threaten them. So like your Voice of the Risen, if you block like a 1/1 with it, all of a sudden it can die to flock. You need to be very careful against Bandletree when trading with units, and you want to play in a pattern that makes them take 2 actions to kill your stuff. What I mean by that is, like, let's say you're on turn 5, you want to go for the turn 6 attack. Try to play your Voice of the Risen on turn 5 when they don't have enough mana to ping it, and then open attack, so that way that takes them 2 actions to flock it. Or alternatively have Chrono Break as a backup so that when you do swing in, you can just revive everything. But a little bit of a tricky match. You need to really close out the game in like one fell swoop in order to beat them. Otherwise, you just lose to the very real clock. Another bad matchup was Ahri Kennen, or just Ahri Recall in general. Now, the Ahri Recall is super annoying for you because, one, you don't really have any elusive blockers, and your interaction is pretty limited to basically Mystic Shot along with Scrying Sands. You do have Cat Crystal, but winning a game relying on Cat Crystal is, it's unreliable. You might not draw the cat. You don't really want to be predicting into the cat because you need to get your combo pieces in your Echo. And even if you do get the crystal, they have Nopifies, they have Twin Disciplines, they have all kinds of ways to stop you from even clearing their board with it. The problem in that matchup is they ghost block you. Your Echo never gets in. You can try to give him Overwhelm, but that just ends up getting him Homecoming. It's just extremely difficult to get in for any meaningful damage against that deck while they get to continuously chip you down and you have no real interaction to stop them. So that's a matchup where Zilean with the Time Bombs and Cat Crystal can be pretty clutch. However, I don't believe it to be a match that you're going to be able to win very often. Now, on to good matchups. So good matchups are anything aggro. You outrace pretty much every aggro deck, and if you don't think you're going to outrace them, your cat with a crystal ends the game on the spot. They're going to have a wide board of low health units. You're going to wipe it one time and then attack with a shitload of stuff. Your units tend to have more HP than theirs, so like a drop border being a 1/3 will just trade into 2 2/1s all day long. Chronomancer, same idea, 3 health, very important stat. When you get Voice of the Risen on the board, you can block Fearsomes with everything. Overall, very effective against aggro, Spider aggro, even like the Draven lists, it's pretty strong against. But Draven can go either way depending on your draws. I do believe that we are heavily favored against almost every form of aggro out there. That's a good point for the deck. In terms of playing the deck, the idea it's somewhat simple but becomes complicated. So the idea is you predict 3 to 4 times going into turn 4. You always have Echo. You play your Echo and your Echo levels when you play him, or he can be leveled before you attack or they respond to him. Don't ever play Echo without him being leveled. Echo doesn't need to survive. You don't need to worry about having to protect him with Absolver or anything. You just need Echo to level so that he activates your Voice of the Risen and your Absolver. how you play the first turns and you mulligan. You want to keep Echo in your mulligan. Do not keep multiple Echoes in your mulligan. Just one is enough. And you want to have 4 predicts, ideally. Or enough predicts that you can predict constantly and have a nice curve into your Echo being leveled. What I mean by that is having 2 Chronomancers and an Ancient Prep along with any other card, that'll most likely get you there. You have 3 predicts in hand. Yeah, your curve's not like 1, 2, 3, but it's like 1, 2, and then you predict into a 4th predict, whether that be a Scrying Sands, Feral, or whatever. You ultimately aren't going to want to predict into a 3rd 2-drop, right? Because if you predict into a 3rd 2-drop unit, you won't be able to play it before you level Echo. So keep in mind when you're playing, you always want to be predicting so that you hit 4 with 4 predicts already active and your Echo is leveled. Once your Echo's leveled, the next attack token is when you want to strike for all of the damages. You build up your board, you want to keep it alive as much as possible, and play a Voice of the Risen alongside Absolver and just deal the bulk of their health in one fell swoop. And try to close out the game from there. Basically, you do a shitload of damage along the way, and then you get to your big turn, you do a ton of damage, and then they're rather low, where they should be. And you just close it out with whatever means you get, whether that's crystals, mystic shots, ruinous paths, Absolver on like anything just to get chip. You're just trying to close out the game once you've hit that big turn. Fallen Feline is an interesting one. There are matchups where this card will just auto win, so you may want to keep it. However, it's not a card I would play on 1 or keep if I didn't have predicts. The risk of drawing a drop border is very real, and if you draw a drop border in your opening 3 turns, oftentimes you just lose the game, and it's that punishing. Drawing drop border is like a death sentence, so don't want to do that. If I'm playing Fallen Feline on 1, it's either against a hyper aggressive deck that I believe Crystal will win me the game, or I have like a Feral Presence in hand, so I can play Fallen Feline, Feral Presence. And that'll potentially get me a crystal, but it'll also fix my draw. You want to make sure you're fixing your draw for the first 3 turns minimum. Ideally, you want to do it for the entire game. Every turn, you want to be able to know what you're going to draw. But for the first 3 turns, it's super important that you make sure you're fixing your draws, not drawing drop borders, and getting the predicts needed and your combo. Once you have sufficient number of predicts, which is only 4, then you start assembling your combo. If I have 3 predicts in hand, I'm going to predict 1 time for another predict card to ensure I get the 4, and the next predicts I'm using at that point are looking for Echo, well, mainly Echo if I don't have him already, then Absolver, then Voice of the Risen, and that's it. You assemble Exodia, you play it, you attack for a ton of damage, and that's how the deck goes. Couple interactions that are pretty interesting. Predict into Ruinous Path, very good. Any sort of predict into a Time Bomb, very good. Time Trick draws you the card, so if you have multiple predicts in hand, you want to make sure that you time trick first and then predict, because you're going to time trick, grab a card, and you'd ruin your prediction if you do it backwards. Another thing to note is oftentimes you are playing multiple predicts on a turn. Let's say I'm going into turn 3, I don't have my Echo yet, and I have an Aspiring Chronomancer and a Scrying Sands, and those are my last 2 predicts, the 3 and 4. If my Chronomancer has Echo on top, do not play the Scrying Sands because you will shuffle away your Echo, so be aware that whenever you predict, you ruin the previous predict. You gotta really have foresight when playing this. All in all, I think the deck is very fun. It seems very competitive. I climbed to like peaks of 200 plus LP, and I had streaks of like straight back to 0. I went from, like I said, 200 plus LP, 0, and everywhere in between those numbers, just constantly. I couldn't get it to work consistently. Like, it was consistent. It's hard to explain. It's a very weird deck, and it's very punishing. One misplay often costs you the game. With that being said, be sure to like and subscribe. Hopefully you guys enjoy the games, and let's get into them. Okay, Spider Aggro. So, we should be favored in this matchup, but sometimes you just don't hit your Echo and you end up with drop border in your opening hand. Not amazing, but not terrible. We need to get 2 more predicts to get our Echo leveled. Doesn't really matter if Echo lives or dies. It's just about making sure you get the level on the Echo. Do I take Cat? I think Cat might be okay, actually. Like, I'm unlikely to play Cat next turn, but Crystal could just end this game, so you want to kind of get the Cat rolling. Maybe I do play Cat next turn. We'll see what he plays. You know what? No, I can't play the Cat, unfortunately. I need to develop more stuff. Okay, cool. So, now we have 2 pieces of our combo. That seems really odd. I mean, I guess he has to just attack. This spider deck is honestly so brain dead. Like, that's okay. We beat those brain dead decks every time. Yeah, we'll play Cat first, and then we'll predict. We're hoping to hit, I guess anything. Yeah, Precious Pet. I'll just pass here. So give me something that I can play. Fudge. Do I risk it? This is where the deck is a little bit tough, because if I skip, I may not hit any predicts. I think I do have to skip, though. I think skip is probably the right play. And just hope that I draw into a predict card that I can play with Echo. Do I ever kill that? No, I'm going to save my Mystic Shot for Noxian Fervor. So yeah, he can do 2. I'm going to take another additional 2 from this, most likely. Yeah, not ideal.
Blast him.
I mean, I just let...
Don't touch it.
I gotta just block like that. Yeah, because if I ever bring Cat back to life, better. Alright, so we'll just have to play Echo out normally, unfortunately.
If it ain't my favorite time travel.
He can't remove Echo, though, because I have the Mystic Shot, so this is not ideal at all. Cat, that is absolutely terrible. We want to save our units. We need to save our units for the next attack token, so we can play it with Voice of the Risen. Unfortunately, if he Noxian Fervors here, typical, I have to Mystic Shot that. I don't want to take the damage. Hopefully he plays another one. That'd be so funny. Oh my god. Alright. Sucks to be you, friend. There goes a whole bunch of shit out of your hand. So he just wasted 6 burn damage. He did stop me from leveling Echo, which is unfortunate, but hopefully we can get there.
Hey, careful.
He's not going to be able to kill Echo, right? So that's key. He can't kill Echo, especially with 2 Noxian Fervors out of his hand. God darn it, man. I'm getting, like, this is a low roll, and I'm still in a very dominant position. So keep that in mind. Like, I low rolled this game, and I'm still doing fine.
Some will ascend.
I'm actually... Oh, I can't even do that. I can't block with Echo because he's not leveled, so it doesn't work out. Oh, goodness.
Everything's in place.
He's all in. I have to block with Echo, right?
Our stories live on. Downey,
No,
I
do
love
this.
that.
Take 7, 8. Holy shit, man! This deck.
You never learn.
The
You
difference
made
between
choices.
7 and 8. I can go to 7 instead of 6. Is that any better? And like, I lose leveling Echo. I have no choice. Okay, well, hopefully I can draw another Echo, or I pretty much lose. Maybe not. I mean, I can get a Cat Crystal. Like, a Cat Crystal would be pretty good. This is not over. None of these equal to me. You know what? Zilean kind of is, because maybe I should have skipped that predict. This deck is actually pretty tough to play. I want none of these. Maybe I'll take a Ruinous Path just because, or do I risk... Like, the odds of me drawing Echo at this point are super low, so I'm just going to take this to do some damage and heal. Because he's running out of cards, and my open attack is going to get in for something. So we're just going. It doesn't even matter where I put Voice of Risen, she's not activated. So hopefully he doesn't have a 3rd Fervor, that would be a feels bad. Okay, he doesn't, that's good. So he's obviously trying to get in with the Fearsomes. Wonder what he's got. Hopefully he doesn't hit double Fearsome here, that would suck.
Come
Okay.
closer. I don't.
I thought this was only
bite.
followers. It's only followers, so it didn't draw him on Elise. So he has 2 followers plus mystery card. Scrying
Now
Sands
you've
helps.
gone and upset it.
I'll just play this out.
To speak and
So he's got another one of these. That's
is
what
true
his
power.
predicted card is. So he's gonna have an ephemeral this card. Time Trick can help. I'm probably gonna Time Trick before I decide what I'm blocking with. Give me a crystal, please. Good Time Trick again, looking for crystal, but I think I'm just gonna take bad boy. We will reduce this guy's attack. No crystals. Alright, I love me some no crystals. I'll take this card because this card's actually useful. Do this. Do this.
You will
And we
listen.
will do...
These are my streets.
The reason I'm blocking with this guy is I actually just want to get some board space. So I'm going to have to override him anyways. I might as well just do it like this. Alright. Maybe I shouldn't have predicted for the Experimenter Man. Decimate. Wow, tell me he's got a second Decimate. Well, now my predict is bad. Oh, he does? Oh, that's the ephemeral unit he had? Interesting. Alright, well, it's honestly probably second Decimate. That's why he played that card out, because he's super good. Yeah, he's at 2, so... Wow. Damn, I'm about to lose to second Decimate. That sucks. No, I'm not. Okay.
What's the worst that could happen? Immerse yourself in the unknown.
Nice, Ruinous Path. Okay, so as long as that's not Decimate, I win. No, even if it is now, he passed priority. Okay, GG. We got there. We literally rolled. That was like the worst. And we still managed to beat a Spider Aggro. So that just goes to show you how strong the matchup
Just
really
as
is.
I thought.
Wow, Teemo Noxus. So they'll pretend they're a Teemo deck, but they're not. This is hardcore aggro. We'll take this. He doesn't have a good answer to Echo. Do I want to keep Absolver? Maybe I do keep Absolver early, just so that I can get him. And we have 2 predicts. Are we going to be able to get predict? Yeah, I'll keep the Absolver, I guess. I don't see him killing my Echo, so I'm probably going to be able to just get in for a shitload with Absolver. Drop Border is like the worst draw I could possibly have. Zilean's great. Zilean will get me to another one.
Get past me.
Yeah, sure. I'll just Scrying Sands that. No, I'll just take it. It's whatever. I think I can outrace
No
this guy.
one's the wiser.
Okay. Not open attacking was probably a mistake for him, but maybe he's got a 3rd one drop. We take this, actually. Shit, Cat is so good. Cat is so good. But I can't risk it. I need to make sure I have Echo leveled on 4. Yeah, so he does have a 3rd one drop. That's fine.
I'll
Like-
do better this time. What now?
I honestly think we win this race if we just keep doing what we're doing, so that's fine. Like, we're about to crack our shit here. I'm gonna open attack. He's not gonna block, so I'm just gonna attack with these 2. I gotta get some damage in. Whoa, bro. Take it easy. Maybe I should have did this first in case I get a drop border. Yeah, that was a misplay. I'll take the Mystic Shot.
Man, I love this board.
Never know when you need a Mystic Shot. So, do I ever block this?
Okay, ready.
It's a tough call. Yeah, you know what? I think I chop down the board here. And we'll just do this.
Yes.
This. Shit, no, because then he can fervor me, right? Do this instead. We'll do this instead. Oh, Voice of Reason. Beautiful.
Real good to see you.
Yeah, this works. Because I want to level Echo. I'm not really taking much damage here. And I get to play a leveled Echo. I have Absolver. I'm drawing the chick. So things are going well.
Future is whatever I make.
If If it ain't my favorite time traveling genius, punk buddy.
So I actually play... What? Okay. Honestly, don't even care. That seems so scuffed. I guess that's for thralls? Alright. I actually play her. I can Mystic Shot if he tries to Fervor, so...
Won't find better this side of the sun.
And honestly, we're still swinging. We still swing with everything. Like, it's fine. He can block, but he's gonna have to deal with the third one. Okay, so I never let him kill my chick with that. He can kill Zilean, I don't care. But I can't let him kill.
War Mason, reporting for duty.
Taking 3 here. Jesus, this deck is
Make the
obnoxious.
Empire proud.
These like hyper aggro decks, I honestly just hate them so much. They're so cheesy, like really, really dumb cheesy decks.
Armed and ready.
Okay, so he's gonna level Teemo. Sure. So I'm looking at like Teemo plus Noxian Fervors and Noxian Guillotines in hand. But I can maybe just beat him next round with this card.
To speak and be heard.
So
That
let's
is
see what he's
true
got.
power.
And he's
If
got
they
another
don't
one.
break, they'll burn.
Okay, so he's going max. To the max
A
here.
few for the many.
I don't know if I can get him now. I mean, I'm gonna double block stuff.
They'll never know what hit them.
Oh my gosh, he had the second Teemo. Well, at least
Success is
he doesn't
planting
have
your
Noxian
mushroom.
Guillotine. So that's some sort of a silver lining, I suppose. But this is bad news.
Not for everyone.
I am in a really bad position here. Second Absolver, though, I think is GG, so hopefully I draw. That's not good enough. Honestly, I think I'm dead if this goes next turn, so I need to look for something useful here. Seems pretty good to me.
This is my
Okay, well,
time.
we go in. And we hope. Let's see if he makes a bad block, I guess. Oh my god, just block with
Routes
those. Oh.
closed.
Okay, so 10. I can get an additional 4. So if I put it on this guy, I actually kill him, right? Yeah, I do. He can Fervor this, though. Tough call. He's got 1 card in hand, like... Okay, that's a better block, I guess. I can get in for 7 more. No, I can get in for way more because I can put it on her. Right? She's getting in for 6, 10 more. Like, I would get in for 10 more if I put it on her. And that's exactly what we're doing. Right? This is game. Alright, bro. You got it or not? What is in your hand? Him not blocking that 5-3, like, this was a mistake. He's got me dead to puff caps. Get fucked, aggro player. Even though I'm playing an aggro-ish deck, but whatever. Mine's like a combo aggro. It's better. Requires a brain. Okay, so Pantheon Shyvana. So allegedly, we have a good matchup against this. However, in practice, I have not really been able to consistently beat this deck, so... And not when you draw border on 1. That's just terrible. Well, we do have 2 pieces of our combo, so...
Heads
That's
up.
something. Maybe I should have predicted with the Scrying Sands instead, but... I think we'll get there. Hopefully. Yeah, I'll take this.
I don't want to meet whatever woke you up.
Man, I'm good.
But yeah, so this matchup, it seems really hard to win, actually. They have so many strike spells to kill your stuff. Okay, that's good. He's bricking, so I might win this based on him not having a good hand himself. None of these are particularly good. So I'm gonna rescry. If I can hit a feral presence here, that would be huge. No feral presence. At this point, none of these cards are useful. I guess Time Trick in case I really hit nothing. Because I'm not going to play Ekko otherwise. No matter what, I'm not playing Ekko here, so... rather than just play for the super high roll of getting a Feral Presence, I'll just play for the for sure. I level my Echo. Drop board is cool. Are any of these good? Not really. Actually, yeah, this is good because I can predict into like Absolver and have the full combo in hand.
This is my time.
And then I'll set this up so my next attack I'll actually be able to maybe win. Honestly, we might get there. None of these are good. Not at all. I'm gonna play Echo out anyways, so it doesn't matter. I mean, Mystic Shot could help. What does Mystic Shot do for me? Nothing. Zilean is fine. Yeah, so when I read up about this matchup, apparently it's supposed to play out the exact way that it's playing out right now, minus me not having Echo leveled yet. So he has to single combat to kill Echo, and I'm totally fine with him single combating Echo because I get the draw.
I love it when things converge like that.
But the idea is our board gets wide and big on 6, and then we get like a really good attack. Like how valuable is Echo to me here? Honestly, not that valuable because I want to play voice anyways, so we'll pass. I'd rather have another card in my hand. We'll force him to use Sharp Sight. Oh, or that. That's cool. Sure. Really not a big deal. If anything, that's actually good because now we can actually kill this thing. I want none of these cards. I'll take another Time Trick though. Okay, so we're not going to be able to Absolver this turn, but the following turn, I can set up for an Absolver win, hopefully. Now, yeah, we'll play her.
We must tell our story.
So he might have like a single combat, which is obviously very likely in this type of deck. Oh, the silence, dude.
Burning in starfire.
That sucks. But
Man,
we got him pretty low. Kind of. So we want to just keep putting pressure on him at this point. I never commit the Absolver. He's going to level his Shyvana, but he's going to take 5, so that's pretty good.
Now I take to the sky.
Sure. Alright, so... yeah, and now his board is super wide. This is kind of my problem. Like, their board does go wide, and that turn was the turn I had to kill him. So, do I want any of these? You know what? This will do a little bit of chip damage, so I will actually take that.
We can undo what has been done.
There's hope.
Timekeeper.
So am I dead here? I'm probably dead. If he has Overwhelm, might die. Definitely is going to use the Shyvana combat trick. Okay. Does he have level Pantheon now? No, his Pantheon's not even close. 3 out of 5. Oh. I'm going to Ancient Prep first. This Ancient Prep will allow me to draw... oh, burn. Yes. Okay, maybe we get there. Okay. Sure.
You cannot lie.
Go to 4. Right? Yeah, we have to just go to 4. That's fine. Because we need to win next turn, so... he's gonna use his little dragon attack card, and then I'll play Echo. And even if he has a way to kill Echo, it's fine.
From the skies.
Okay, so we have him at 3. Literally, our only hope is to get 2 damage in with Absolver.
Genius, punk buddy.
Well, I'd
So-
be weirded out if I wasn't.
We probably don't even have him at 3, technically. Okay, that's actually fine with me. Right? Because he's gonna have the,
Rewind.
he's gonna have Guiding Touch. I definitely take another Mystic Shot, though. Okay, so in a perfect world, we have him at 1. So if we can just get 1 damage in.
This is my time.
He might rally, though. If I attack in and he rallies, like, what are his blocks that are good? I think I just start with Time Bomb. Cat's pretty cool. Really don't want to die to rally. So... okay. Means it's still technically single combat and rally, right? So we'll play Cat.
Time. I need more time.
Play out Cat. He can't overwhelm if he rallies. Important. Okay, so now he definitely can't stop my Absolver, can he? So he's gonna block for 6. I can only do 6 if I Absolver, right? He definitely can't. Okay, so we go.
Man, I'm good.
Yeah, we go in like this. That is good news, because now I will Absolver him. Cool. So we'll force another card out of his hand. Hopefully he Guiding Touches his Shyvana, and then he just dies to my Mystic Shots. I mean, alternatively, hopefully he just dies, but I doubt that. Okay, there's a single combat.
Will help.
So, this game is literally coming down to, does he have Guiding Touch or not? So, no Guiding Touch, I win. Alright, come on, no Guiding Touch. No Guiding Touch. Alright, we're all in here. So this is the card he just drew. Let's see if it was a mistake to go to this turn. He have it? Doesn't have it, GG. Got him. Nice. Happy New Year's. Okay, Lurk. I'm not too familiar with this matchup, actually. Not a lot of people are playing Lurk. I do know that this guy is actually a good player. I faced him quite a bit on ladder. So, don't know exactly what to expect. Like, I mean, I know what to expect. He's playing Lurk, right? He's going to do Lurk stuff. Do I ever keep Mystic Shot in this matchup? Shit. I don't really know this matchup. I guess we'll just keep this because it predicts, and we'll just hope. We'll play Standard and go for Ekko on 4 and hope we get there. Cat is actually probably amazing here, so I definitely go Cat. I don't know what it is with Lurk, but they always have the fearsome one on turn 1. It's crazy. Like, they almost never play the little shark guy. It's always this dude. Alright, that's fine. Oh my... Well, it looks like I am now the one getting high rolled. So, we'll take this because we are in desperate need of hitting this cat crystal. And any chance that I can do to get that is huge. Plus, my Zilean's leveled, right? Or my Ekko will be leveled. And I have a voice, so I can maybe get there. Possible. Play out Zilean. I actually take a cat. Yes, I take another cat. Okay. Okay, we're getting there, I believe. Okay, that's a little bit unfortunate. We'll attack with this. He's never gonna block that. He never blocks here. Yeah. I guess I could have attacked with Zilean too. Maybe I should have attacked with Zilean. Because he doesn't block Zilean either, right? Or it's unlikely that he does. Okay. Well, we do have Cat into double predict. Okay, he's predicting. But he doesn't have a cat, so...
We can always rely on you to keep us safe.
Get us there, Cat. Come on. High roll. High roll. Roll the dice. Okay, let's see what we got here. No. Okay. I would say never lucky, but I'm pretty lucky with this deck sometimes. Okay, take 4. So Time Bomb, an Ekko, or a Cat Crystal. Alright, I'll take the Ekko.
Whatever woke you up.
I guess the question is, does he have Pike? And if he does have Pike, I just lose, so... Hopefully no Pike.
Got a good feeling about tomorrow.
I might be getting high rolled here. This might be a pike with like a Rek'Sai on turn 1 type of game. Sometimes it just happens like that. It is what it is. But if he has no pike, just please don't have a pike, man. Just don't have a pike. He doesn't have a pike. Oh my gosh, he doesn't have a pike. I get to actually attack now. Whoa, this is big. This is a big deal. This means I have a pretty good chance of hitting Cat Crystal too. So he's +4 right now. What's Rek'Sai start at? Rek'Sai starts at 3, it's at 7, 8, 9. If he hits another Rek'Sai, it's already at 10. If he has, come on, give me a Cat Crystal. Okay, we'll take Time Trick because at this point, we're literally playing for Cat Crystal or bust, so... We can get there. We can do this. It's doable. Maybe I'm not playing for Cat Crystal. I guess I am, right? Like, all I'm taking is the 5 from this guy. Well, 6, technically. Echo. Alright. Alright, not ideal. I guess I could play Voice. I don't really want to play Voice at this point. I need to hit a Crystal. If I hit a Crystal, I wipe his board, and then I can go on the offensive pretty hard. On the plus side, all of his units are weak. So, Voice will be good. Okay. Damn it, give me the crystal, you bugger. I mean, I have to take the Mystic Shot.
Right, I remember this.
Okay. So, I always let him actually hit my Echo, because then I get an additional draw. He thinks I have it. He thinks I have it! Haha! The joke's on you, I'm never lucky. Okay, but he might have a pike, though. Shit, he might have a pike. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, we're going.
Have built this empire.
We are going in. And if he has a pike, then he has a pike. Doesn't even have a pike.
This is my future.
Doesn't even have a pike. We're gonna chop down this whole... Oh my god, he's just gonna let me win! He thought I had parallel convergence! Oh my gosh, dude, what a misplay by him. That's so funny. Or Chrono Break, damn it, I always call it the wrong thing. That was such a funny win. Like, he was probably so sure that I had that, and I just didn't. GG. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to like and subscribe and drop a comment below. That being said, Happy New Year. Got out!